Okay. So last night we did some more fun stuff in here. Did a little bit more completion. Nothing major, no dragons or anything. So we're going to go to the world map. And our next big main quest. Oh, you know what? Have I unlocked this DLC yet? What is the Descent DLC? That's not this one, right? Is it this one? Disaster in the Deep Roads? Oh, it is this. Okay, cool. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be... I love the Deep Roads. Okay. Do the Morgan part first? Yeah. We'll do that probably right after this. Wait. Did we want to do Varric's quest before this?
Inquisitor, the workers are almost done building a lift to the Deep Roads. No darkspawn trouble yet, but the earthquakes have been brutal.
I was told to meet a Shaper Volta.
Doesn't matter.
She's waiting below. You won't see an Orzammar dwarf on the surface. They have rules about that.
Rules.
From your tone, I'd guess Orzammar isn't your favorite place.
I don't have an opinion. Cloud gazers like me aren't allowed in the city. The lift's ready for you.
Okay.
Try not to shift around, and keep back from the edge. It's a long way down.
Okay, that's pretty fast. Damn.
This reminds me of a story.
Shocking.
It's about an impossibly handsome dwarf and his friend who got crowned King of the Nugs.
A Nug King, really.
It's not as good as it sounds. Nugs mostly just shit on the floor and roll in it. Welcome to the Deep Roads.
Always wondered if I'd die down here.
You're not dead yet.
The day's just starting.
Dwarves cannot dream, yet they devise the most fascinating inventions.
Not all ideas come from the Fade.
True, but these designs must be inspired by something.
I feel like this is going to be a good party for this. Badger says, Jesus, that's Dark Blackwall. Well, the thing is Grey Wardens basically go crazy for their entire life. And when they get to the point where they're just too crazy to keep going, they send them down to the Deep Roads to fight until they die.
Girl, Novick, your
not wrong.
names will not be forgotten. Inquisitor, meet Lieutenant Wren, a veteran of the 5th Flight and one of the Legion's finest commanders.
Someone paid her to say that.
Appreciate the help, Inquisitor. Collapsing that seal bought us time. Blighters had the run of these tunnels for days. Now they have a roadblock.
Is that who I think it is? Is it? Wait, is that Hayter?
How many Deep Roads are there? How deep do they go?
They'll take you from one side of Thedas to the other, if you have a death.
It is!
The roads once connected dwarven
Is it?
cities that were hundreds of miles apart. Then came the Darkspawn. Ren and I have been exploring this region, reclaiming it, but the work is slow.
Mark the map, fight an army. Mark the map, fall in a hole. And so on.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome.
I get the impression you two have known each other a while.
Yeah. The Shaper had sent her to dig up some relics. Asked me to keep her out of trouble. That was 3 years ago.
You can quit any time.
Not when we still have things to fight about.
David has what I call the Hayter growl. The David Hayter growl. And what it is you can kind of tell it's him for the first part of the line, but then when he ends the line, he has this like dip in his voice and it gets super rough, where he's like, hey, how you doing today? Oh, it's great to see you. How's your mother? Tell her I said hello. And it's like, gets all low and growly. Like, that's when it's like, oh, who's this? Oh, it's him. That's the Hayter growl. That's him.
We can't give the Darkspawn a chance to regroup. Let's
Now
hit
that
them
you've
again
heard it,
before
you'll
they
hear it
mount
the
another
entire time.
attack.
Normally, that would be the plan. But there is a complication.
Dude.
Take cover.
You heard that, yes? The rhythm in the tremors? It's clearer, stronger, more insistent.
I hear it. Doesn't prove a thing.
These quakes are not a natural disaster. They're deliberate. There's an intelligence behind them.
Dude, this is weird.
How could an earthquake be caused deliberately?
We get plenty of natural tremors down here. These are different. She thinks she knows why.
I found an ancient text during an expedition with Ren last year. At the time, it was just a curiosity. But now? The text describes giant creatures, called Titans, living deep underground. They sing in the stone, shaping it. When these quakes began, I believe we heard that rhythm. I believe a Titan is causing all this destruction.
Only a Lyrium-addled mind would hide secrets behind such madness.
The Nug King. All praise the Nug King. Sate his appetite with cheese. Older is better.
Why is this here? Perhaps there's a use for it.
I mean, all praise the Nug King, obviously. Yeah. Anyway, to answer the question, yes, I did play the Solasta DLC. I did have a really good time with it. Unfortunately, I played it right when it came out, and there were all sorts of issues with it. And like, for instance, there was a faction bug. There was another major bug in the area that I was in, and the thing that really kind of took the steam out of my sails, like that, is I needed the entire game I was trying to get this specific upgrade, and the upgrade that I needed was behind a faction merchant. And I decided I want to go that faction. So I played the DLC to be that faction. And the game doesn't tell you, and I talked to the devs about this, and they admitted it was a huge problem. The game doesn't tell you that some missions have major faction adjustments, and I inadvertently made the faction that I wanted to complete the DLC with absolutely hate my guts, which not only made me be like, this isn't great, but then also made it so the one item I needed was locked behind a merchant I couldn't use. So at that point, I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna put this back. Give it some more time. More cook time. So I may go back and do the DLC again someday, but I'm yeah. I had fun while I played it, but it was just not quite fair. Okay. Super quick, because I am not one that likes to spread misinformation or wrong information. Let's see, super fast here. Decommissioning Assassin's Creed Liberation says owners will still have access. Okay, it says right there in the title. The title will not be accessible following September 1st. Oh, okay, that's a little weird. Ubisoft sent the following statement: the current owners will still be able to access, play, or re-download. Only the DLCs and online features will be affected. DLCs? That seems like a big deal. Ubisoft is removing access to Assassin's Creed Liberation HD. Game can no longer be purchased from Steam. I mean, things get removed from Steam all the time. That's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. Beyond just removing the sale, however, this title will not be accessible following September 1st, 2022. That's weird, but they cleared that up and saying, no, they will be able to continue downloading it. Okay. Our team are working with our partners to update this information across the storefronts and are also assessing all available options for players who will be impacted by the game's online services or decommissioned. Okay. Okay. Ubisoft announced last week it was shutting down online connectivity for 15 games on the same date. You'll be unable to link your Ubisoft accounts and games or use online features. Additionally, the installation and access to DLC will be unavailable. So this is the biggest thing. Because I mean, if people paid for the DLC for these games and then they want to play them again in the future and then they just can't get the DLCs that they paid for? Like, is the DLC multiplayer only? I don't think so. Okay. It says for 15 different games. I'm pretty sure, like Assassin's Creed 3, Far Cry 3, I'm pretty sure they had DLCs that were not Far Cry 3. That's like the best Far Cry. Wait a second. What, wasn't there DLC? Dude, yeah, like the High Tide. Look at this right here. Far Cry 3, right? DLC for this product and online elements and features will become unavailable as of September 1st. Featured DLC. The co-op story is far from over. Co-op. Okay. Are they going to make, is deluxe edition stuff considered DLC? Because don't you have to verify that through the same stuff that the DLC is there for? Like, I don't know, man. I'll say this straight up. The fact that they aren't being super clear about this sucks. The fact that we're having to have this conversation sucks. Like, I'm baffled that they aren't making this like crystal clear. I mean, this is sort of clear, like these little legalese style stuff, but like they should list the DLC that's going to be turned off for each product. Like they should say, you will not be able to use this, and then like list exactly what's being lost. Interesting. So we definitely learned some good information there, and now you know all the information as well. But yeah, that's weird, dude. That's weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh man. Oh, David, no. No.
You deserved better. Ren never wanted this life. He was a cobbler, a good one. He joined the Legion to pay his father's debts. It kept his mother and brother from losing their caste. The poor and desperate here often sacrifice themselves for their family's future.
Damn.
Ren was a good man. We'll honor his sacrifice.
He always seemed indestructible. The armor on these warriors. There's lyrium woven directly into the metal, and it's bonded to their skin. Impossible to remove, but I know what we'd find underneath. These are dwarves. Ren was killed by our own kind.
All it took was a single strike. Ren never had a chance.
The bolt was glowing. Their weapons could also have been infused with lyrium.
Dude, this
I won't leave Ren like this. We
this
must
DLC
return
is
him
like
to the
flipping a
stone.
lot of things on its head.
Trust Tonsha, Saroka.
I mean, dwarves that are infusing lyrium into their bodies and not going crazy? Like, this is cool as hell, man. What the hell is going on here?
I'll
This
see
goes
this
against
through,
all
Ren.
DAO lore.
I promise.
Yeah, this is crazy cool.
Anything standing between us and the Titan will regret it.
Hell, at this point, we don't even know if it's a Titan. Maybe these guys have some kind of machine. T-Cat says, goes against all DAO lore. That sounds like a potential problem for me. Well, no, it's not going against the lore. It's just, it's clearly, like, what we've been taught throughout the entire Dragon Age lore is that dwarves can handle lyrium, but if they ingest it or make it part of their body, then it like drives them crazy. That was the journal that we were finding on the way down. So what is apparently going on is these dwarves have figured out how to utilize lyrium apparently directly into their body, and possibly haven't been driven insane by it. So there is something very meaningful going on down here, I think is the best way to say it.
Glad that worked. The alternative would have been messy.
As it frequently is, let's be real. Nugs! Oh my god.
An altar for offerings.
Is this for the Nug? The Nug cheese? Oh my god, it is. What is going on?
Well, shit.
Are you putting me on trial? I'm feeling very judged.
What just happened? A hot debate among Nug admirers is whether the king of Paragon Ebron's songs was royalty of some kind or merely an especially magnificent specimen of the breed. Every year, scholars, bards, and rodent enthusiasts bring offerings of cheese to the deep road, hoping for a glimpse of the Nug king, who remains elusive. Well, all of that just happened. I don't think we're gonna top that today, friends. Thanks for being here, everybody. I think that's a pretty perfect place to end this little adventure for today. I am out of here for now. I am gone this afternoon as I'm gonna be going for a quick ride and then hanging out with the family. And then tonight, I'm normally back for a cozy stream, but I may miss it tonight. An old friend is coming in from out of town. He's gonna be in town for work stuff. And he may be stopping by this evening, so I may hang out with him and chill then and go from there. Tomorrow, before I say this, let me make absolutely sure. I'm pretty sure tomorrow we will be returning to AI. Oh, well, actually, we'll see. I am doing an afternoon stream tomorrow, but it may be for something else. We'll see. But I do want to get back to AI soon because we are getting the super good part. But anyway, I will see you folks in just a little bit. I really appreciate all of you being here. Oh yeah, we may check out Escape Academy tomorrow morning. Yep, we may check out Escape Academy for a couple hours and then maybe switch over to some DAI or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be fun. But anyway, thanks for being here. Really appreciate all of your support. Thank you for watching, and I will see you fine folks later. More fun games. Keep your eyes on my Twitter for any updates. Bye-bye.